Hello YouTube and welcome to another review, and this time we have REVELLS British Infantry World War II. This is a late war set, so you're talking after D-Day. It's not a bad looking set. Artwork wise doesn't exactly look amazing, but it gives you a sort of rough idea of what you're going to get. A lot sort of going on with equipment and things like that, so it sort of accurately portrays what you're sort of getting inside the box on this one. Inside it, what I will say, just as a precaution here, it took me a lot of doing to get this set. It's not freely available. I'll give you what their write-up says. Let's hope it's better than the British Commando set write-up that they did, which is shocking. Got on the 6th of June 1944 in Operation Overlord, the Allies landed in Normandy. These included British infantry regiments who, in addition to the traditional 1937 webbing, also had new equipment such as the Mark III helmet, battle jerkin, armed with Sten submachine guns, and the No. 4 Mark I rifle. You got the Piat anti-tank weapon, Bren machine gun, and handy grenade launchers. They forced the defenders out of the landing zones, Juno Sword Gold, and during the following days and weeks smashed the German resistance, in basically Caen and places like that. So not a bad little write-up, to be honest. So sort of thumbs up on that one. Like I say, the artwork there, it's just a sort of different sort of style this artist has. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. There's no problem there. Quite clearly states the 172 figures, so no problem there. Flip it over to the back and we've got some nice images there. So we've got two nice images and also instruction on how to how your mortar team should look. Also advising you for paint. This is in German, basically because I ordered this online from eBay and I think the guy sent it over from Germany, so I'm sorry I won't be able to help out too much on that one, but they're looking good. We've got nice jerkins going on, leather jerkins. The officer looks brilliant. This looks like it's going to be a nice set. So 51 parts or pieces, so it's probably counting the mortar team and the base in there. So let's just see how many figures we actually do get. So let's have a look, see what we get here. So it's not totally jumping out at me that he's got the jerkin on, the guy standing firing. I think the guy below has. They've got netting. Some of them have netting on their helmets, some have netting with scrub. I will say the quality is very, very good. Certainly looks good to me. Let's have a quick flick through this set. Grenade guy looks pretty good. He's even got some extra ammunition pouches on his person. Yeah, that looks pretty good, I have to say. Hope you're getting this as clearly as I can see it. And that's a Piat. I think I know normally I go in depth each finger one by one, but I will say I've got 4 guys carrying a Piat in a strange sort of position, and no one's actually using it, which is a bit of a minus. He has got his Sten hanging down, but that looks a little bit awkward. with the actual Piat. We've obviously here got the guy carrying the Piat shells in a carry case of some description, or maybe they're the mortar shells, I don't know. But again, he's got extra pouches and suitably equipped. He's got a leather jerkin on, there's no doubt about that. You know, they're well detailed, these figures, no doubt about that. There's our officer. See if he looks as good as in the picture. Yes, he does. And it's a nice pointed finger he's got showing there, which is really, really good. We've got two of those guys, probably a little bit too many. The chap here at the bottom is firing a Sten, kneeling down, and he looks really, really good as well. So quite happy there. We've got a guy running with a Bren, and he's got no netting on his helmet, but it's quite a good little model. He's holding it by the handle, which removes the barrel when it overheats. Guy throwing the grenade is pretty good. I quite like that pose. The rifle just looks really sort of natural. The guy there firing, can't really tell if he's got the jerkin. I don't think he has. Looks very, very good. Now probably the best one is this chap up here. I'm going to flip the sprue around so we can get a nice view of this one. So he's quite a good pose. That's quite good. Now if you remember, I did a review of the Caesar. No, it wasn't Caesar, it was what do you call it? Hella. And the Hella set contained one Revell figure and that was it. And obviously this one looks a lot better than it does in the Hella set. But he's got his legs crossed there, just like the Australian Bren gun in the Airfix kit. I mean, it is, like I say, there's a few companies gone to copy that mode. I think Airfix sort of really did it first, but they're quite good figures, so I quite like that. So at least we've got someone firing a Bren. I'll flip it over just for the back. That's it. The equipment is really, really good. And that's quite nice. These guys are just loaded with lovely crisp amounts of equipment here. And again, probably the poorest figure is the Piat. I've got 4 guys carrying the Piat with a Sten. It's just a bit too many. You know, to be honest, there is a lot of duplicates in this one. So that's probably the only reason I'm going to mark this down, because we've got too many people doing similar things and not a lot. I mean, you would expect one guy to be using the Piat, and we haven't got. Now what we have got as well is 3 of these, and this is your mortar team. So it's a standard British short mortar, which I think they used way up right past the war. Quite a handy little piece of kit. You can see moulded on there is the shell pack, so that is for this mortar. And we get 3 of those. Again, probably a little bit too many. So I don't want to be a killjoy, but I do think we've got a lot of repetitive poses in this one. But the quality is, you know, without doubt, it's very, very good. It's a good set. I mean, you can quite clearly see his jerkin on here there. That's really good. So we know he's got the jerkin. Not so sure on the others. Ah, yeah, he has. So he's got the jerkin as well. And possibly this guy as well. but the officer's really good. I like the officer, he's very good. But yeah, very well detailed set. So the mortar, I'll show you that one. So this is the mortar, and like I say, this is standard British 2-inch mortar, I think it is. It's not a bad little weapon, and like I say, they used this right the way up through the war, and right the way past the war. I think it was only retired just a few years ago. But, and again, it's very good. We've got 3 of those, probably a little bit too many. So that was my review of Revell's British Infantry World War II. Quite a pleasant surprise, and nice to look at this set, and even the write-up was good for Revell's. I think the previous Revell kit I had was the Commandos kit, which had a dreadful review on it. If you've seen that review of mine, then check it out. But not a bad little set, and very highly detailed, so it's top quality in its detail, but just falling down on the poses, I think, here and there. But they have got some cracking poses in there, and really is not a bad set. So I picked this up for £10. I'm sure you could get it for a bit less. It just depends on how long you want to wait for things when they pop up on eBay. I didn't see it on Amazon, so it was a little bit of a scratch around to find it, but I'm certainly glad I have, and I'm certainly glad I've reviewed it. And the equipment on these is just first notch. I mean, they really have done the research. So yeah, thumbs up for this one, and just doesn't hit the top points because of the poses, but very impressed. So thank you for watching, and we shall see you soon.